The biggest mistake isn't adding the wrong products. It's building your baby registry the wrong way. And once you start building it the wrong way, it gets really confusing, and honestly, your baby registry can become a mess. So the problem is building your baby registry before you've made your parenting decisions. So what decisions need to be made? Breastfeeding or bottle feeding? It influences what supplies you need to put on the baby registry. Co-sleeping, bassinet in your room, or a crib. How's the sleeping arrangement going to be? Do you plan on having your kids really close together? And how many do you want? Okay, then we're buying gender neutral items. We're maybe getting a double stroller or a single that converts to a double. This impacts what goes on in the baby registry. So first we need to talk parenting. Then we talk supplies. All right, so let's dig a little deeper. Decision number one, feeding. This is one of the first decisions you're gonna make when it comes to baby, honestly, is are we going to breastfeed? Are we gonna bottle feed formula? Are we, say breastfeeding directly does not go well, like the latch, are we going to pump and bottle feed them breast milk? This also can be impacted by if you're going back to work or not, what kind of parenting you're gonna do. We'll come back to that more in a little bit. But how is baby gonna get their nutrition? Okay, so if you're 100% like, I really wanna breastfeed and I really wanna do it directly and I'm gonna be a stay-at-home mom, you might not need very many bottles. Or maybe you're one that you're like, I just don't think breastfeeding is for me. Like maybe you're on a medication that doesn't allow for it or something of that nature. And you're like, they're going formula from day one. Okay. For example, on baby registries, I've seen this baby Brezza thing. It's, it's like a formula dispenser. I would never suggest that to somebody who wants to breastfeed because it's like, well, if you're going to breastfeed, you may not use that very much. It's $200-300 versus somebody who's doing formula from day one. I still don't think you need it, but I'm a little more like, okay, a little more valid for you. So your choices impact the items. Another quick story is I went to a baby shower. The mom literally opened a gift. It was the Haka. And she goes, I don't actually know how this works or what this is, but my best friend told me to get it, so I got it. No shade to this person, but in that moment I was just like, don't do that. I, as a baby registry reviewer, like it kills me to see people like saying, yeah, buy me this item. I don't know why I need it, but maybe I need it. No, you don't need to do that. You need to get real items that you have a real plan to use. Okay, so this is where knowledge, learning, and deciding how you want to parent should come before the shopping list and the baby registry. Let's just keep going. Decision number 2, sleep. So are you going to co-sleep? Are you going to do a bassinet beside your bed? Are you going to put baby in baby's room? Obviously, people recommend baby in your room in a bassinet for the first 6 months. People typically don't recommend co-sleeping. Other cultures do. It is totally up to you. I'm not going to talk about safe and dangerous sleep necessarily, but you don't have to do what everyone else does, okay? I didn't want a bassinet. It didn't work for me. It wasn't my jam, and I felt like it was an unneeded item. So we started out in the crib from day one. What we did was we had a guest bed in their room where I could sleep. That worked out for us. My husband got good sleep in our bedroom. I slept in the room with baby, at least typically, and for a certain amount of period of time. I nursed them. It made sense. So we did that part of the time. We skipped the bassinet. It is completely up to you. Does your primary bedroom have enough space to put the crib in your bedroom? I've seen that where people are like, yeah, we put the crib in our room and then we move them to their room. You don't get the picture perfect nursery, but that's okay. You don't need it. Real life is messy. Consider your options and consider how are you planning to navigate sleep with your baby. A third category would be transportation. So this would be like car seat, stroller. How does parenting decisions impact us? Well, do you guys like to, walk through sidewalks in the city? Do you go on hikes? Do you want a stroller with small wheels or one that has big jogger tires? Are you planning on having your kids close together? Maybe you want to get a stroller that converts into a double. Do you need to be able to fit 3 car seats in the back of your car in the near future? You're going to want a more slender, narrow car seat. Do you travel a lot? Do you have family members scattered across the country or the cities or wherever you live? For me, it'd be scattered across the U.S. That's what I was going to say, but everybody lives everywhere. Do you have family members that don't live nearby? Are you going to be flying, taking a train, whatever? Then carriers might come into play, or different styles of car seats and strollers. You might want something that's very easy for travel, whereas that's not a concern for me at all. You need to tailor your transportation, whether it's carriers, strollers, car seats, to you and your lifestyle, and it does matter. What does your home look like? A fourth thing I want you to consider is, do you have a single story or multiple stories? Levels in your home. Is your home large or is it small? Okay, So for me, in our first house where I had both of my babies, it was a single story home, pretty small. So I didn't need a lot of duplicates. Like I had one diaper caddy and it stayed in their room. I didn't carry it around the house. Now, if I had a 2-level home where their bedroom was upstairs, I would probably have a diaper caddy upstairs and a diaper caddy on the main. These things make a difference on what you get. Your best friend might say, oh my gosh, I needed 2 diaper caddies. It was essential. And you're kind of like, okay. If you live in a single story, maybe that doesn't make sense for you. So how big is your home as far as duplicates, or like, does the crib fit in your bedroom, or do you want to go with a bassinet? You know, do you have room for storage? Do you want to buy things ahead of time, like a high chair? Or are you like, we really don't have the space to store anything. Let's just wait till we need it. That influences your purchasing decisions. Another big decision is childcare. Are you going to be a stay-at-home mom? Are you a work-from-home mom? Are you both parents working outside of the home? Kid going to daycare, or nanny that comes to your home, or maybe like a grandparent? How are you going to do it? This can impact certain supplies. Like you might want a baby monitor that has like Wi-Fi if you have a nanny at home and you want to peek in. You might need certain supplies for daycare, such as labels to go around their bottles, or maybe an extra diaper bag, or maybe, I don't know, this, that, and the other, depending on your plan. So knowing your childcare plan can influence some items you might put on your baby registry. Parenting and lifestyle and home decisions impact what you need to put on your registry. People are making the mistake of taking their baby registry and thinking of it as a shopping list. And they're just like, need, want, ooh, that looks nice to have. Pause. Sit down with your partner and talk. Talk about it. What is life going to look like? Now, you don't always know, is your baby a good sleeper? Are you going to be able to breastfeed? I'm not saying you know everything, but what's at least plan A? Plan for that at least. And tailor your baby registry to that. Okay, are we going to plan to have kids close together and multiple of them? Do we want 3 kids in 3 years? That makes a big difference on what you get. Do you want to raise your kids with a certain parenting style like Montessori? That impacts what you get. Do you want to do something kind of outside the box of like potty training early with like elimination communication, or like cloth diapers? There's so many different ways to parent, and you need to discuss it before you start throwing items on your baby registry. Baby registries are not built by asking, what do I need to buy? Instead, they're created by asking, how do I want to parent? The items should support you, not overwhelm you. Once you answer these parenting questions, the baby registry is going to start to build itself. It's going to come together for you. Once you are ready to build your baby registry, I have multiple videos on this channel focusing especially on being a little more minimalistic with it. And if you want more individual help, I offer baby registry reviews. The link will be down in the description.